So you're also, in addition to all the other things we've already talked about, you're a media company outside of the Washington Post. Your Prime service. You have a lot of video, including a lot of original video that you're doing now. You have a music service that is seems somewhat less important to you, smaller. It's not Spotify or Apple Music size. But your video service is a big deal.
Yeah, Prime Video.
Can you talk about that? Why are you doing it? Where is it going? What do you think is the big change coming in television?
A little bit like machine learning. I feel like we're in a really good spot as a society for better TV. It used to be, if you go back in time 10 years ago, you couldn't get any A-list actors or really A-list writers to do TV. It was very difficult, or directors. And now everybody wants to do serialized TV, and because it's in some ways a better medium than a movie. You can tell longer stories. Binge watching makes it easy for people to watch the thing all at once if they want to. So there's a lot that's changing with sort of what has come to be called over-the-top TV, which is, represented by Netflix and Amazon Prime Video and Hulu and now Starz and Showtime, and everybody's kind of unbundling and going over the top. And this is great for consumers because consumers want that. They want that to be unbundled. They want to go in and pick and choose what they want to watch. And so we started, we had this program called Amazon Prime, which is one of the 3 pillars of our business currently. We have Marketplace, we have our third-party seller business, that's one. We have Amazon Prime, and we have Amazon Web Services. Those are kind of the 3 existing big pillars. And we're working on some others too. We'll see if they turn out. We don't know. We'll ask me in 10 years. But we have Amazon Studios is now making original content for Prime Video, and that's going extraordinarily well. We've got multiple Golden Globe winning comedies. We've got an incredible success in the show called Man in the High Castle, which is by far our creepiest show, and I highly recommend it. It's a show where Hitler won World War II and occupies the east coast of the U.S. after having destroyed Washington, D.C. with an atomic bomb in 1945, and then fighting hand-to-hand throughout the country until 1947.
So kind of family fun.
Family fun. But very interesting, and what from a business point of view for us, we get to monetize that content in a very unusual way, because when we win a Golden Globe, it helps us sell more shoes, and it does that in a very direct way, because if you look at Prime members, they buy more on Amazon than non-Prime members, and one of the reasons they do that is once they've paid their annual fee, they're looking around to see how can I get more value out of the program, and so they look across more categories, they shop more, a lot of their behaviors change in ways that are very attractive to us as a business, and the customers utilize more of our services, and so we really want to do things that will cause free trial conversion to go up. So people start Amazon Prime as a free trial member, and we watch the free trial conversion rates, and then we want people to renew at the end of the year when it's time for their Prime membership to renew. And we already had extraordinarily good free trial conversion and extraordinarily good renewal rates when it was a physical program. Fast free shipping was the founding benefit of Amazon Prime, and people really liked that, and it grew into a very large, successful program. But we've been able to monitor that people who use Prime Video change those 2 metrics. They renew at higher rates, and they convert from free trials at higher rates.
So you're doing the media stuff to encourage people to use more of Prime.
Correct. I mean, it actually is.
It's not that you want to be.
It really is a flywheel, so it's hard. Whenever you're talking about a circle, it's always a little bit wrong to say, which one is pushing the other, because they're pushing each other. It's now become a physical digital hybrid membership program that it's unlike anything else. They're hybrid, they're digital programs, obviously really good ones, but there's nothing quite like Prime. And so what we do, the way we think about it internally, is we just want You to be a Prime member, and then you get the best of Amazon.
So, but on the media piece, particularly on the video piece, where you're doing these programs, and you have other programs that are not
and we
original,
license programs too.
That is not a principal business for you, where you're trying to be bigger than Netflix or bigger than Comcast or
no, I would
whatever.
say, and in fact, I don't even think on the demand side anyway, we don't compete. I would say we don't compete with Netflix for the reason I think people are going to subscribe to both. So I don't think, some products are really substitute products and people make a decision. If I'm going to buy a pickup truck, I'm going to buy a Ford pickup truck or a Chevy pickup truck, but I'm not going to buy both. And, but when it comes to these over-the-top subscriptions, I think people are going to subscribe to Netflix and Prime Video and Hulu and HBO and so on and so on and so on.
And you're not, but you're...
We do compete with these other guys on the supply side. So we bid against each other.
Right, I get it, but you're building the flywheel. You're not building...
Yeah.
You're not saying, you know what, we used to be primarily retail, now we're going to be primarily a TV.
I think the way to think about it from the consumer's point of view is that because we have this unusual way to monetize the premium content, that we can charge less for the premium content than we would otherwise have to charge if we didn't have the flywheel spinning to help sell more shoes.
During those 5 years, you mentioned very quickly in the conversation that you had these 3 pillars and some other things you were working on.
Yeah.
What are they?
Well, there are a bunch of them. I mean, and some of them are out there. You see them, and it's hard to tell at this stage. I think of them as little seeds that we've planted, and we'll see. Will they turn into big trees?
Yes, so give us some examples.
Amazon Studios. I think Amazon Studios could turn into a 4th pillar. It's possible. What we're doing with Alexa and Echo and natural language understanding, and that evolves into an artificially intelligent agent. And by the way, I think there are going to be a bunch of artificially intelligent agents in the world. I think you're going to find, just a bit like apps and websites, that they're going to be specialties, and you may not ask the same AI for everything. Some AIs may be better at certain things than others, and so you might, I bet the average household will use a number of these. And so but to me, that's a very exciting seed that we've planted. I love working on stuff like that, and the team is brilliant, and it's true of our studios team, it's true of our natural language understanding team. It's so much fun.
Any other teams we don't know about?
Well, I can't obviously give you any.
Yes, you can.
No, I can't give you anything.
You're just among friends.
But I am being very sincere that those two seem like they seem very promising to me.
So I have to ask you a question.
Yeah.
I know you have to leave.
Yeah.
We have some people still at the mics. Are you willing to at least clear the mics, or do you have to go?
Oh, right now? Sure. Yeah.
You are?
Yeah, absolutely.
Sure.
Yes. I mean, how many is that?
Because they just flashed that at me, and that may come from your folks.
If you have more questions at the mics.
Okay. Nobody else go to the mics, please, because we have to respect his time, and he's already way over. Nilay, concise. And Nilay is my good friend.
No, here's a simple one. You said Prime Video drives people to buy more shoes. Why isn't there a Prime Video app for the Apple TV? Why don't you sell the Chromecast in your store? Why aren't you trying to go wider with that business if you're just converting it into shoe sales?
Yeah, it's a very complicated discussion to have, and a lot of the parts of that discussion, I think private business discussions should stay private, so I'll do that. So I can't give you too much there. But it is not easy to put. We don't want to sell. We sell Roku, we sell Xbox, we sell PlayStation. We're happy to sell competitive products on Amazon, and we do it all day. We sell Nest thermostats. We do.
You sell Apple TVs on Amazon.
Do we? Okay.
I think.
I don't know. And
I don't know.
You guys might find it credible that I don't know our entire
Somebody could look
selection.
that up.
But we do, when we sell those devices, if you want the simplest version of this, When we sell those devices, we want our player, our Prime Video player, to be on the device, and we want it to be on the device with. You can always get the player on the device. The question is, can you do so? And if you can't, then we don't want to sell it to our customers because they're going to be buying it thinking they can watch Prime Video, and then they're going to be disappointed, and they're going to return it.
So you're saying you don't want to pay Apple's 30% tax for Prime signups if you put the app in the store?
Now you're asking a question where I'll just say, I think private business discussions should remain private.